Hey guys, welcome. This is your December 2023 Sacred Connection Energy Update. It is a general reading for the collective of all signs. So it's not sign specific, but it is date and time specific. And I'm going to go through the month of December, weeks 1 through 4. We'll get a handle on what's coming up for you each week of the month. And then in the extended, I'm going to break it down by signs and elements. Okay, so that's what you can expect. I'm going to jump right in. I'm pulling from New Beginnings. I will give you dates of the transits that are important and most impactful for the month of December, but I'm going to do that at the end of the reading. It is time stamped, so you can jump ahead if you want to hear that first. Here we go. Starry beginnings for the month of December. Oh, it's so beautiful. Card 34, 3 and 4, 7. Nice spiritual number there. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. Oh my gosh, guys. Crazy that we get this card, because the one thing I'll tell you now, so you don't have to wait to the end of the reading. The biggest event for the month of December is Venus changes signs twice. She just moved into the sign of Scorpio on December 4th, and she is going to be in that sign for about 3.5 weeks, and then she's going to move into Sagittarius on the 29th. So I know that was going to be my focus. So now, because let love be your guide, right? Follow Venus. Yeah. Venus in Scorpio can be a little emotional. And the phrase, where did I hear this from? One of my favorite astrologers said, what did he say? I've got it right here. It's hilarious. And he said, you've heard the phrase, I love you to death. That was that was Venus in Scorpio speaking. I love you to death. Okay, Scorpio, 8th house, themes around, death, rebirth. So yeah, Venus isn't real happy in Scorpio, but that's okay. We all need to kind of come to terms with what we need to release on an emotional level, especially in matters of the heart, and no better time to do it than at the end of the year. All right, so here we go. The overall energy for December is, love it, Ace of Pentacles. New beginning, could be an up-leveling, could be an offer coming in. And I'm just going to pull for the 4 weeks. Top row is your person, middle row is you, and the bottom row is the connection. Whoa. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm not just looking, and I'll hold the cards up as I go through, but I'm not just looking at it horizontally. I'm looking vertically by week as well. So let's just get a start here. For week 1, we're already smack in the middle of it for your person. Some endings and new beginnings. There's something they may be closing out, an important lesson that they're learning, and therefore hopefully wrapping up. In the second week of the month of December, their focus is Queen of Pentacles. Could be for themselves with some self-care, but it could also be about the energy of commitment, seeking that energy of someone they can count on here in 3D. So this could be you in terms of how they move into the second week as they close up something from week 1. In the third week, they're all about manifestation. And in the fourth week, there we have it, 6 of Pentacles, some reciprocity, equal give and take, and most importantly, their generosity with themselves when it comes to your connection. For you in week 1, slow and steady wins the race. Almost as if, right? Almost as if as this person is going through a cleansing, clearing process, you're kind of like, all right, take your time. I'm here. Second week, though, of December, there's a need to clear the air. There's a need to be heard, to be understood, to make sure that you're very clear. The Knight of Swords always brings clarity, but can also be a little impatient. can have a bit of a temper. So we want to watch in the second week of December for any miscommunications or, letting things fly off the tongue before we've thought it through. And this is important because in the second week, Mercury stations retrograde. All right, can't make it up. In the sign of Capricorn. And by the way, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. Third week for you here is some apprehension, maybe a need to really trust your intuition, but I have a feeling that that is difficult. And in the fourth week, we're trying to work through some feelings of being shut out, closed off, rejected, devalued, but it could also be about getting some form of stability back because we have this Ace of Pentacles, and that's what I think I'm seeing based on all the other cards. I have to take them all into account, that this may be actually coming through reverse. For the connection, I love what I see here. There, in week one, it is about compassion, sensitivity, and open heart, but also being cautious not to be too needy. On an emotional level, that is the danger zone with the Queen of Cups. But I feel like it's about the relationship and you both being open to receiving each other on an emotional level and holding space, because in week two, we're looking at themes of commitment, aren't we? We sure are. Things about potentially up-leveling the connection, making sure that we're aware of our belief systems around conventional committed relationships, the vows we make and take. What does it mean to us? Is there an opportunity to take it to the next level? For some of you, yes. For others of you, you will be deciding what you keep and what you leave behind. 8 of Cups in the third week for the connection. There are things that you don't need to bother with anymore, right? They've served their purpose within the connection. If there are fears, like I see here, if there's something that's being closed out, it's like you don't need to carry that forward with you. Sometimes the 8 of Cups isn't walking away from a person. It's leaving behind what no longer serves and soldiering on your journey. And I always like to point out when I feel that that is the interpretation, that there are 2 spaces missing here, right? If we want the 10 of Cups and we got 8, 2 of Cups is what's missing, and that's the connection. So let's see what happens in week 4. Dreams coming true, wishes being granted, perhaps some healing, and miracles aplenty. So that's what we've got. Let's jump in with the clarifiers. Ace of Pentacles. There's some healing. Yes, path being chosen. Healing, whatever it has been, this is the overall energy for the whole month. Whatever has been rising up between you, and it could be an outside source of conflict, tension. It could be a little disagreement between you, not seeing eye to eye. It can also be a sense that there's competition, something vying for your attention. I feel like the path is chosen. Brings a lot of healing. It's almost like, here we go. We're about like, oh, this is what we want. Here's the brass ring. Choosing that path, giving it a lot of deep thought. Remember, we're in Mercury retrograde season in the month of December. So it's about reflecting, reviewing, reevaluating, realigning, reconnecting, recommitting, reconciling, and reuniting. So I'm feeling like if there's been any conflict existing, and for those of you who are new, welcome. Hey, if you enjoy the reading, don't forget to subscribe below. But when I pull from the bottom of the deck, I'm tapping into unconscious awareness or something playing out behind the scenes. And I feel like what's been on the back burner is there have been some conflicts here that have not been dealt with up front. I feel like this is the month we get to tackle that once and for all. So let's look at the World card here with the Queen of Pentacles for your person. Oh, there it is. So there's been something that's been holding this person back, and I think in the first week to the second week, they finally get to unburden themselves, close out another chapter, and now they're moving forward toward week 2, towards something a little more committed in the connection with you. seeing you as potential life partnership, or that's part of the consideration. Let me say it that way. But the Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward with conscious intention, with a plan, and not really worrying about the speed of it now that this person is in the phase of unburdening themselves of something that has held them back, perhaps. They're going to move forward more cautiously, and that's okay, because the potential outcome here is exactly what the overall energy of the reading is. So let's now look at what they're manifesting. Week 3 to week 4 is what I want to see the most. Oh, this is so beautiful. Yeah, so I want to sing that song. Do you remember? And now I'm going to date myself. Don't give up on us, baby. Do you know that? Don't give up on us, baby. Yeah, just give it one more try. I think that's in the lyric. I want to say that song is from the 70s or 80s. I know, I'm really old. But anyway, look at this, right? Don't give up on us. They're manifesting this dream come true, the wish to be granted in this beautiful sacred connection, 6 of Pentacles. I'm finally free to give as well as I receive. Yes, they're manifesting a relationship here where they can finally, I feel like they haven't been free. I know that's a weird word to use, but the star is Aquarian energy, and Aquarius is all about freedom. I feel like that's been the dream. This person has not been free to give as well as they have received for whatever purposes, whatever reason. That's going to be different for all of you. Remember, it's a general, not a private. If you want a private reading, there's a link in the description box below. It'll take you to the booking page. But there's been some outside interference, and now that's getting cleared. And so there's almost like a beseeching energy coming through from your person between week 3 and week 4. It's almost like they're trying to tell you, we're almost there, right? Just trust the universe. And so let's take a look at your energy. Knight of Pentacles, I'm okay with. I want to see the Knight of Swords to the Moon. That's where most of the tension is, week 2 to week 3. Ten of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, High Priestess, beautiful. I'm going to pull the Moon to the 5 of Pentacles. I feel it's all tied together. Yes, that 5 of Pentacles, I could cry, coming through reversed for sure. So I love how you guys are almost, there's like call and response here. A lot of mirrored energy. Very common, especially in twin flame. So if you have thoughts about that, there might be some confirmation. But what I'm seeing here from week 2 to week 3 for you in this connection is all this uncertainty, all the apprehensions, the fears, the worries, the anxieties. It's hard to trust your intuition, but it's there. Okay? And maybe there hasn't been a lot of communication. Maybe you've been in some form of separation, because I see the tension coming from a 10 of Swords. Definitely a painful ending, but now there's this opportunity to work through it. And what you have to do is you have to be sure you're heard. You have to be sure you're understood. Make sure that that Knight of Swords, which is great, but it's Gemini energy, right? There's two sides to us. Sometimes we want to be sure we're clear and understood. And other times, all this fear and tension and pain can rise up and flare out. And so you want to be careful about that. Really work hard, 8 of Pentacles, to be sure that your communication is clear, that it isn't impulsive, that it has been thought through. And trust your intuition in this matter, because there's something that is going to unfold that's going to require you to go on faith and go on your intuition. So now we have from week 3 to week 4, the Moon and the 5 of Pentacles. And I had a feeling when I pulled the main spread that the 5 of Pentacles is literally coming through reverse. No more feeling forsaken, devalued, fresh start with your beloved, a whole new beginning, right? It's almost like where they were and where they are in week 1 to week 2, and closing out something so they could come in and make this offer to you of a new beginning, and they're manifesting and saying, don't give up on us. It's almost like you hear it, you sense it, and you're willing to take it one step at a time. Page of Pentacles is fresh start energy. It's also the energy of, okay, going back to the drawing board, so to speak, beginning again, and that it's new territory for you in this connection because you're closing out a cycle and something new begins, and it changes the dynamic between you for the better, since they're coming in, right, with the Six of Pentacles, which is what would come after the Five. So that's why I felt that 5 in reverse, and I feel it still that way. So let's look at the connection. Queen of Cups to Hierophant. Oh my gosh. So, you know how I said I'm seeing a lot of mirrored energy, twin flamey? Yeah. Emperor and Empress come through. Wow, 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 guys. And here's our Queen of Pentacles. It is about commitment. Oh my gosh. Week 1 to week 2. What I want to say to you is, underneath in your unconscious awareness is sort of this moment of truth about the future of your connection. But if you notice, it's kind of buried deep within. And it's not good there. You want to reverse these two, because the Queen of Cups is kind of coming through a little needy. I mentioned that in the beginning. What I mean by needy is just emotionally like a cat on a hot tin roof, because this connection is so sacred. The bond is so strong. The energies are all mirrored, and it's building. There feels to me like there's this Indiana Jones boulder bearing down on you with regard to this connection. It's hard to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. And sometimes we get a little bit like, we need more confirmation. We need more from this person. They're getting there, but remember, they're in Knight of Pentacles mode right now. So I'm going to invite you to kind of channel your inner Queen of Pentacles. She comes up in week 2. It is about commitment. It is about conventional committed relationships and the vows we make and take. So don't let your emotions run away with you, is what I'm trying to say. You want my advice or you don't, it's okay. You don't have to take it. And then we've got here in week 3 to week 4, the 8 of Cups to the Star. Yes, some information. Oh, one more for the Star, please. Oh, 2 more. There we go. All right. Again, the veil will be lifted. The thing you kind of suspected or worried would not materialize when the moon comes out. In a tarot reading, it's talking to our insecurities being triggered, not trusting that the universe has our back, not knowing if we can trust our inner guidance, our intuition. But I have a feeling all will be well in week 4. Week 3 to week 4 is a little dicey, and I can see, because there's like some information that might be missing. Sometimes the Page of Swords is Curious George, right? Like there's questions, seeking information. This could be when you're looking for proof, wondering, am I going to get taken advantage of, played, or betrayed? And there comes that moment of, well, maybe I should guard my heart and close down. And this is happening for both of you. And I feel like the beseeching of your person to you energetically, and for many of you at 5D, is don't give up. I'm going to persevere. And this Star comes in with the 4 of Wands, which is so powerful. So what I wanted to do was pull the Star. Well, what's the Star trying to tell you here? It's trust your intuition. All will be well. Miracles aplenty. So I'm feeling like week 3 to week 4, we're having some breakthroughs, but week 2 to week 3 is where things could break down. Okay, so I'm going to pull an extra card here for the Hierophant to the Eight of Cups. Yeah, ooh, right? Because it's about your inner guide, being the guide. Here's why. I always say in the Eight of Cups that I see this person as the beginning of the Hermit's journey, right? And so we get the Hermit between the Hierophant and that Eight of Cups. And it feels to me like this, you know, there's a lot that's unknown, and you kind of have to know yourself. You have to know yourself well. So if things start to rise up and you feel like, I'm just not sure where this is heading, I'm feeling really insecure, go within, check yourself. The Hermit is about introspection, self-awareness, personal growth in times of challenge. And no one can help you with that. So I do feel you're both going to be at that moment of, especially because you know here that you've got your desire to be sure you're understood and heard, but you have to kind of work at the tendency or the desire to kind of jump the gun on a conversation that may not be ready to occur, or saying something out of turn, or whatever that is. It's all going to work out by week 4. I know that sounds crazy because that happened in November too, and we just wrapped up November, and I don't know about you, but I feel like I ended November in a much better place than I started it, and I'm seeing a similar pattern here. Different energies, of course, in the cosmos, but you know what I'm trying to say. So let your inner guide be your guide. Check yourself first, and seek the clarity and the information before jumping to any conclusions. Don't give in to feelings of defeat. This is in the connection. This is for both of you. Hang on to what you value the most. Remember, that's what you're moving toward here, is a release of some conflict, over healing it, choosing the path forward. New beginnings for some of you, up leveling for others of you. Winning out over your fears and insecurities by the end of the month. And I see a lot of potential blessings coming in, both the star in their final week 3 to week 4, and in the connection in week 4. So that is what I have for you. Don't forget, there is a link to the extended in the first sentence of the description box below, and I'm going to break it down even further from here. So if this resonated, I'm going to go by sign. Every sign gets their own card. I'll talk about that for a second. And then I'm doing 3-card spreads for the elements, by element. Fire, earth, air, water. So that is just taking this to the next level. Okay, here we go. For the astrology, the World card is out twice. That's Saturn, Aquarius, and Capricorn. The Knight of Pentacles is out twice. That is Virgo energy. Queen of Pentacles is out twice, and they're all in the same spot pretty much, which is Capricorn. Magician is here. That's Mercury, Virgo and Gemini, showing up when he turns retrograde, very interestingly. The star is out twice. That is Aquarian energy, as I said. Knight of Swords, Gemini. High Priestess, Pisces. The moon is out twice. That is more Pisces. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy, which is opposite Capricorn. Yeah. Empress is Venus, right? She's going to start in Scorpio and move into Sag, Taurus and Libra. Our Emperor here is Aries, more Taurus in the Hierophant, Virgo in the Hermit. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that's what we have for you. I know. Make it a great month, guys. I'm heading to the extended. I will see you there. Bye for now.